Just got my wife hooked on The Hobbit. She's never really seen them before. I knew she'd like them though, because it's just full of action and adventure. And we're halfway through the last one. And then I told her, we're watching The Lord of the Rings after this. And then because you're going to enjoy that so much, we're going to watch the new series on Prime. So many times watching the Hobbit where I want to like blurt out things in the storyline of why it matters right now. Like, it'll bite my tongue. When she first sees Gollum in the Hobbit, I was like, no, don't say anything. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Get bent.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome to the DSL Welding Services NASCAR Truck Series. Scotty Rattlegun Rankin alongside of the Shib Howard. And it's another Monday night. That means we're going truck racing. It's at the high-speed oval of Daytona. And tonight, that means bump drafting and potentially big wrecks aplenty. Shibby? You love yourself a field goal attempt in NASCARs. Shibby. What are you doing?
Sorry, mate. I'm here. I had that.
Are you though?
I had my other headset on. I got to do those quick pre-test sound checks. Sorry, mate. I should be here for the intro. I got more important things to do, Scott. No, I'm here and we are back for another Monday night podcast. I hope we're all doing well out there. And yeah, Daytona, mate. Daytona.
All I can hear in the back of my head is every time you said Daytona so far tonight is Daytona.
Oh, the old arcade game.
Yeah, the old arcade games. Yeah.
Yes.
And I can't get it out of my head. Like it's just one of those things now. It's just they go hand in hand.
It's like the Sega, the old Sega one.
Yeah, Sega.
Yeah. Right, our podcast has started off on a good foot.
Oh, hasn't it? Yeah, it's a good night.
It is a good night. It's Monday. It's always a good night when we're on comms.
Debatable.
Debatable? Oh, I don't know. I was going to say, I think the chat out there quite enjoys it as we see some of the guys are practicing a bit of bump drafting and side-by-side racing. Good to see them getting out there, getting the practice in.
Nathan Allen's out on track. That's good to see. His health isn't so great here tonight, so he's he's had a trip to the hospital. But the fact that he's back and he's out there having fun is good to see. Oh, Glenn McLeod got fairly pushed unsteadily down the back stretch then by Darren Palmer. It wasn't a nice square contact, and Allen's all over the track. Yeah, I would say he's struggling from being on some painkillers. That looks like a man on painkillers if I've ever seen one.
How we doing tonight, Aiden? Thanks for dropping in, mate. Appreciate it. He is also still adjusting to his new setup too, so it could be a bit of both. That. Essentially, the painkillers should calm him down, you'd think.
Wow, I mean, he's going to struggle for control. That's the bigger... Damn, Peter Morris. Peter Morris, we did notice. Big question for Pete Morris this night.
Where is the sipper meter gone off the back of your truck? It's not even a question, Scott. It's a just where is it? Like, what's it doing?
Come on, what are you doing?
Where is the sipper meter gone?
We noticed it. We seen you out there in practice. And the first thing that should be noticed, where's the sipper meter gone? It's gone. Where's it gone?
I was very upset. I'm also upset that the back of your liveries or your shadows are all not right. So you might want to get your paint guys to sort that out for you, mate.
Shibby is like mega pissed off. You don't annoy Shibby. If there's one thing that I've learned, it's don't annoy Shibby.
You're not first. Your sipper meter spikes early. Yeah, but he's not the sipper meter anymore. I refuse to call you that until you put it back on your truck.
Could be a long season at this rate.
It's already a long season.
So, interestingly, I don't know if you've seen some of the photos that are floating around on Facebook, but let's stay with this overhead shot for as long as we possibly. God damn it!
Okay, well,
going back to the overhead shot.
I was getting to the pits so people can leave for qualifying. Gee.
No. It's a long warm-up lap. You got time. See that lake down the backstretch.
Just get rid of the NASCAR driver details for a second. Yes, the big old man-made lake.
Yeah, down the backstretch. Currently, that covers 3/4 of the racetrack.
Oh, with the weather from the hurricanes and stuff over there.
Yeah. The track is underwater.
Wow.
The track at Daytona is completely underwater. Well,
crazy.
Not completely underwater, but it's largely underwater, and that's the important part. Yeah, so there you go.
Interesting. Well, thanks. That's a fun fact. Well, no, it's a real fact, actually. It's not a fun fact. And
well, I mean, it is still fun, and it is a fact, so...
Well, I don't know how fun the people are having over there at the moment, so... A couple of my friends live in America, and I know they had to relocate state, so it's pretty full on at the moment. So hopefully they're all doing well out there. And Aiden has said, if only I had my webcam on. Why? Why do we want your webcam on?
Can we? Can we get his webcam?
I can add webcams to the stream. Come on, mate. You know I'm good.
I do know you're good.
Yeah. And then Peter Morris said, "Oh no, stupid pants." Oh, he sounds like he's trying to blame someone else.
Oh, no, I would say that he's accidentally changed delivery and he didn't mean to.
Oh. All right,
Does
guys.
that sound...
It could be it. I reckon he's trying to blame someone else. We are hot into qualifying. Matty Scholes, Peter Gretton, that's top speed, not best lap.
Mate, it's Daytona. Top speed matters.
Does it? Well, we can run both.
It does.
Let's run it all.
One's not enough
Best
anymore.
time, top speed. Look at that. Let's get it all out there.
Go. Can you convert that to mile an hour for me, or you're only able to do one?
That's a very good question, and I'm going to tell you I'm Australian, so it's staying in kilometres. That's it. That's as far as it's going. Right, so Peter Gretton was the first to set his lap and then quickly got smacked down the field.
Look at Peter Morris, though. He got up to 288 kilometers an hour, but didn't go to pole, which is like, that's unheard of.
I like having the top.
Oh, you know what? It's because he cut down the track. This is his fast lap, I believe.
Okay, well, let's see how he goes on this lap. But we got some pretty quick laps up there. The guys are all extremely close to each other. There's less than a second between the 10. So hopefully, if everything goes to plan like last week did, we're going to get some really nice pack racing tonight.
It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be good no matter what goes on, really.
Well, it's because we're on comms. That's the point, isn't it? That's why the viewers come here. It's not for the racing, it's for the podcast. I thought we've discussed this every week about this.
No.
It wasn't his fast lap.
I wasn't included. Okay, so never mind. Maybe it was, yeah. He got up to 288 kilometers an hour and then didn't go faster. There you go. Scalzi's got to the top of the timesheets, though. I'm always happy about that. No, wait, he did improve. Peter Morris did improve because he was behind Schultz.
Okay, good to see.
And now he's gone ahead of Schultz, so...
But, Mr. Palmer, Palmy. Old mate Palmy out there. Oh, Aiden said he's nuffed it. I'm not sure what a nuffed is, mate, but it doesn't sound good.
I'm going to say it's something like muffed it, but...
Yeah, stuffed it. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Bloody Australians, I tell you what. Excuse me for the overlay just disappearing for a second. It will be back momentarily. But yeah, I'm excited for Daytona. It seems like people aren't that keen on Daytona, and it always seems to cause a lot of issues. Because I think last season we saw due to just massive pack racing. One little squiggle, and it's just like catch you later field. It really is though. Like that's what I've noticed and learned. Like these bigger, longer tracks that allow so much draft racing is that one person in a pack gets a bit of a squiggle on, and we'll catch you all later.
See you at the boat ramp.
Yeah, see you at the boat ramp. That's right. Do I have a star? Oh, look at this. Do I have one of these? Who left the pits? Aha. This is not the camera I really wanted, but anyway.
Cool. It's a good camera, though.
I can turn over here, and we can see them there. There we go. Perfect. All right, so chat out there. Looks like there's a few of yous out there, which is awesome. We always appreciate that. Huge shout out to you guys, first of all, and let us know who you're rooting for tonight. We've got a few different teams out there, which is great to see. But also huge shout out to DSL Welding Services, our overall series sponsor, and as always, Warren and Brown for our round sponsor. So massive shout out to those guys for helping us keep this series going. And yeah, let us know who you guys are rooting for tonight. I'm expecting a few Mr. Matty Skulls to pop up. For some
Yeah,
reason,
that's a given.
Yeah, 90% of the NASCAR Trucks Nights viewers, I think, are the right sim boys, which we love.
Cannot complain.
We got Jesse Jones out there saying, let's go Peter Jones, as we are just about to get ready for our rolling lap. What's it actually officially called? It's an out lap.
Formation lap?
Formation lap. Hey, look, it just came up on my SDK. I could have told you that.
Could you, though? I don't think you could have.
I could have if I'd held off asking that question 1 second longer. I don't think my drone cam's going to be fast enough to keep up with these guys when they first get... Yep. That's exactly what I was talking about. So we have Darren Robb saying, let's go Pete Jones, and Jesse Jones saying, let's go Pete Jones. And I asked this,
New to the series tonight?
New to the series tonight. So welcome on board, Pete. Great to have you in the NASTRUCKS. It's good to see you've got a crew out there that wants to get behind you and support you. We're all about that. All we want to do is hear about the guys you are rooting for. And we've had Tyson McAvoy drop in saying he's rooting for race control. So
go race control.
Yeah, let's go race control. Huge shout out to our race control tonight, Tyson McAvoy.
Tyson McAvoy. It's just in. Aiden Schultz says go Aiden Schultz. Peter Jones says go Peter Jones. Peter Gretton says go Peter Gretton. Need I continue?
I was like, where are you reading this? Yeah, Pete Morris just dropped in and said go me. And it looks like Darren Robb is saying that he's also going to be joining us in the NASTRUCKS. So that's great to see,
Hey, here
mate.
we go.
You know what I better do?
NASTRUCKS is probably going to stay open or loading. Tyson McAvoy says loading. 13 cars are going to take to the field here tonight. They're going to get ourselves off and racing as we get set to go green.
At Daytona.
And they are. Daytona. Oh,
Watermelon
man.
jacket.
That's not even how the song goes. It's the worst part about that.
I know, it's great. It's a mix-up of a Wiggles song and whatever song you were. Anyway, back to the podcast. I mean the racing. We've got Peter Morris out in front with, looks like Matty Scholes and Aiden Schultz. This is going to be awesome racing. If these guys stay like this is going to be
he's going to block.
Beautiful.
He's opting to block, and that's given Schultz the free run on the outside. A few guys backing it up and just chilling out at the back of the pack. A few guys getting aggressive early on. Matty Keen's on that outside lane. He's going to become Aiden Schultz's best friend and push that outside lane. Triple Eight Riley Riley, Thomas Riley. That's what I thought. I was like, why am I reading it? And then I looked down and I was like, hang on, that's their last names, you idiot.
It's not very nice to call yourself that.
Mate, all the time. Try being married to me. Honestly.
All right. Here. Give me a turn.
It's just in. First Sim Racing World wedding has been arranged.
Yeah, it has. For some reason, I noticed this last season too. Daytona does not like getting the track map up. Not that we really need it, because right now all the cars are here.
So far, this is the only track to have been featured on a schedule twice. This is the second time that we've gone racing at this. Actually, we've driven at NASCAR Daytona in all 3 seasons of the NASCAR trucks. Last season was the road course, and the first season was the oval. So this is the second time we're returning to the same racetrack, same configuration.
We do like Daytona though.
Who doesn't? Look at Pete Morris. He's enjoying a bit of Daytona at the moment.
Still
Everyone's
very
playing.
Oh.
Everyone's playing very nicely, actually.
It's good to see. This is what we come here to watch. It's what you come here to watch.
Look, the smaller the number of protests I have to deal with after the race, the better.
It's true, but the less exciting it is for me. That's all right. I'll go get my fix of Arca Break Weekly after this. If we have too much of a clean race, it's just going to be an Arca Break Weekly binge all night.
No. Alternatively, you could just go get back in the street stocks.
I could, and then race in Arca Break Weekly, and that's my plan. Oh, Matty King had a big swiggly there. Wow, these guys are super close with each other right now. This is fantastic racing, and we are off the back of, I was going to call him Super Meter, but he's not. Mr. Peter Morris.
He's no longer the Super Meter.
No.
He's now the Disappointer Meter.
That nickname has been revoked.
He needs to reapply to get that nickname back.
He does. He 100% does.
Fairly leisurely, though. They're nearly neck and neck across the line. There's only a couple, like a tenth or two in it. Start finish. Now, I'm interested. Whoa, Schultz cut down. He got aggressive. He wanted to hold on to that inside line. So that's the first big move of the race. And depend. That now puts, I think, 6, 7 cars on the inside line and 4 cars on the outside line. So it changes up where the energy is, and they're not even single file on the outside line. I think the Riot Sim Racing boys are actually the only teammates we've got out there tonight. Oh, but hang on, Peter Gretton and Aiden Schultz are teammates.
Schultz, yep.
Yeah. So that's the only 2 sets of teammates we've got. Look at the run in the outside lane, though. So much momentum. And Thomas Riley wants a crack at leading the race. Now, this will create the first opportunity for everyone to sort of figure out how to push. Everyone's getting a turn at the front. Are they sharing? Race car drivers don't share.
That's not how that works, is it? Oh, wrong button. Bloody hell. I'll get here eventually. There it is. Told you they'd get here eventually. Oh, missed that one.
I guess it's just fairly chilled. Everyone's got pedal to the metal at the moment. No one's going anywhere. Everyone's sort of assessing who they want to be around. Who's the best pusher? Who's the best guy to shove? Who's going to take you forward in the pack? Can you make moves?
I honestly am fairly fond of, I'm quite happy with how these boys are racing right now. Oh my Lord, get out of there.
Are you though?
I am. It's great to see good racing like this.
How good was the V8 Supercars last night, though?
That was astounding. If you guys haven't seen our V8 Supercars broadcast every Sunday, check it out. We had 46 drivers on track last night. It was mental. Mental in a good way. There was just battles from start to finish.
Hang on, how did Hayden Norris get to the lead of this pack?
I was actually just looking to see if I could find where Hayden Norris started overtaking people. Now, Matty
there's our first big wiggle of the night. Norris got forced out of the apron. There was contact between him and Allen. This might break the pack up a little bit. And the status quo has been retained.
Wow, these guys are well into the 300 kilometers an hour now. 306 by Matty Scholes. 308 by Jared Steen. These guys are moving.
Moving and grooving. Moving to the good time.
Whoa, whoa, careful, careful.
No singing?
We don't want any copyright strikes, mate.
A bit of space being provided back here for Hayden Norris. He's actually just shifted lanes again. And for the first time tonight, teammates have grouped up together.
A bit of moving around in the back there. Hayden just drop a couple of spots. He has.
He did. Yeah, now he got hooked up with Matty Scholes. And no longer hooked up with Matty Scholes. Someone just had a blink in the top lane. That's not confidence filling.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's too calm. It's way too calm. This is like the calm before the storm right now.
Only 60% fuel, so I think they might actually have to do more than one pit stop tonight, potentially. Depends on how much fuel they're burning. Race pace has been fairly quick.
Jesse Jones dropping in again, saying Peter Jones starting to move up. And Emma dropping in, saying, come on, Aiden and Pete. Had a good chat with Pete the other night. Saturday night, we're up until like bloody 1 a.m. Somehow that when Pete and I start chatting, both being, you know, from the producer back end, man, the conversations never end. And it was an awesome night. Well, look at the Riot Boys on the outside line here. Anyone else there with them? Yes, they are. The 888 car of Thomas O'Reilly is also there. But it does look
outside line's starting to go backwards.
So they're single filing down in the left lane now. And Glenn McLeod is now out in the front with Matty Keane behind him.
Yeah, but that's not good for his fuel economy. As it turns out, you need friends to go fast and save fuel.
Well, is that why you've done no good in your IndyCar race, mate? No friends?
No friends, that's the one, yeah.
We get some sad face emojis in the chat for Mr. Scotty Rattlegun Rankin, please. I want to see a bunch of sad face emojis. This is really nice racing, though. Thanks, guys. Keep them coming. We need to make Scotty feel better.
Get out, all of you. All of you, just get out.
Linton, welcome back, mate. He's dropped in to shout out his team, Alpha Venturi. That's Thomas
Done
Riley.
with a lot of you. I think so. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is Thomas Riley. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Get in, support your team.
I am done with the absolute lot of you Muppets.
You're not, because you'll be back next Monday.
I will absolutely be back next Monday, but I might just peace out until then.
Just peace out until then. What about our TCR practice tomorrow?
Well, okay, look, that's different. You desperately do need my help.
I'll be your friend tomorrow. That's how this is going to work. Darren Robb dropping in again. Go the Ryko truck, Pete Jones. Oh, that's your teammate. Ah, okay. Awesome. That is a good looking truck. I must say, that is a nice paint. What corner are we on? I really need a track map. I can't see what's going on.
There's only 2 of them. It's really not all that hard.
Well, it is when I'm trying to switch my drone cams and it's not on the right corner. Track maps just gone, nah, not interested tonight. Oh!
There we go!
No! I mean, yeah, no! Oh.
Both the Pete's got involved. All 3 of the Pete's got involved. There's now 3 Pete's in the lead. There's 13 cars out on track, and 3 of them have the name Peter.
No yellow throw?
Yeah, yellow.
Yeah, there was
yellow's
a yellow
out.
throw? Okay.
Yep.
I didn't see that. All right, sweet. Here comes my favorite part.
Watermelon jacket high?
Yeah. So that started at the front, didn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's get an overshot. Oh, here we go. There's a car going up. It's hit the bottom of the right sim.
And that'll be Nathan Allen.
And then it's bounced off the other right. Man, he was really out to get the right, boys, wasn't he?
Yep.
And then he's bounced back into Pete. Oh, Pete from Fishies. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Usually somehow he makes it through. Oh, he's been pinballed over the wall. Did he get pinballed over the wall? Where is he? There's only 10
He's
people. Why can't I find him?
He's in pit lane, that's why.
No, I wanted to see him bounce over the wall.
Well, I mean, if he did bounce over the wall.
That was unlucky, man. Oh, yep. Number 83 just swerved up a little bit, straight into the side of him. Oh, gosh.
And he did get sent over
yeah,
the wall.
he did get sent over the wall. So, that was Nath Allen. Oh, it's good to see him out here. It's not good that he was just in hospital. Or as my daughter calls it, hostiple. And it's really cute when she says that. Unlucky, mate. That's what we saw in every time in Daytona. It is
that's just
yeah.
racing at Daytona.
It's
You've got to
so
hold the
easy.
lane. And to be perfectly honest with you, Nathan Allen's not got much of an. I mean, you know, he's got to hold his lane. But boy, if there's something that's difficult to do when you're a little bit drugged up, you just lose track of where you are.
Yeah.
Very, very easily.
He's done well to get out here tonight. In most cases, we probably would have told him rest up, but this man loves his racing, and it's going to be hard to tell him not to.
In particular, his NASCAR.
Yeah.
He thinks it's hilarious. He loves it.
Petey Morris is saying, what the actual... Sent to the nib with 4 minutes of time. Yeah, mate, you got booted over the wall, so it was an instant straight to pits. There's nothing you can do about it.
No, nothing at all.
Nothing. Oh, thanks to the promo department for our safety car tonight.
That's
for our
it?
safety car every night.
Every night, that's it.
Yeah. It has...
Given how the drivers have been driving and some of the circuits are going to be out this season, they're getting a lot of value out of that safety car.
I was going to say, I feel like it's only been 1 week, though. I was like, we've barely seen the safety car, but no.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. We've seen a lot of it.
Yeah, we
You
have.
weren't here on Wednesday night.
No.
You have no idea what TCR was. Go
I've
back and watch the
watched
broadcast.
it. I have. I did go back and have a good watch through it. And yeah, the TCRs were, that's what you call rubbing his racing, that's for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Or should we just rename it to Wreckfest?
Yeah, Wreckfest the series.
That's a good sim too. I like Wreckfest.
That's not a sim. I'm sorry, you can't call that a sim.
It is a sim. I get to
It's
drive
not a
with my
sim.
wheel around a dirt track and run people off the road. It's very much
doesn't
like I'm
make it a
playing
sim.
iRacing. It's just
That's-
like me playing iRacing. Drive a car, round a track, run people off the road. It's the exact same experience as iRacing.
I am terrified for racing with you for the first time on Wednesday night.
No, you watch me try and race in the rookies again today. After all the hard work I put in. Oh, man. It makes me so cranky.
Yeah. I would love to point out, Steve, and any of the Sinkoviches, if you are listening, please, for the love of God, buy this man some new hardware. Please.
I would be happy with pedals. Like, I would keep the wheel, just need new pedals.
Just pedals. That's all we need.
Shout out to any of the sponsors watching. I'm Nathan Shibby Howard. I'm one of the main producer here at SRW that helps do a lot of the background stuff. So, and I've been gifted a G29 by one of our other admin staff, which was lovely. But the pedals just aren't doing it for me.
No.
They're terrible. They don't feel like how they should be feeling, and I don't like it.
I mean, it's not just that though. It's the fact that they don't get to. He has issues, right, ladies and gents. It's time to let's walk. Okay, yeah. Look, that's a different matter. He has issues. Yes, we're aware. But he has more issues than just those. His pedals aren't maintaining 100% throttle pressure. They're flickering constantly. It's not good to watch.
It's weird though, right? I did TCR practice this afternoon for a little bit, and it doesn't do it in the TCR.
So is it the street stocks? You need to just recalibrate in the street stocks. And we're back to green flag racing. That happened quick.
Podcast on hold.
Matty Keen's got to run. Here comes the horde of Angry Hornets. Glenn McLeod's just going to get hung out to dry here. He's got to find a slot to get in.
Oh,
but the problem is now...
We got guys on fresh tyres, don't we?
Well, it doesn't matter. Tyres don't matter at Daytona. They would have probably not even burned 2% of their tyre. Yeah.
No, I just mean the speed difference between Aiden Schultz, Glenn McLeod, Matty Keen.
That's
dropping. What is it, Scotty?
It's the draft. It's the slingshot mode engaged.
That's crazy extra speed. Speaking of issues, have you spoke to Jacob Hughes yet? That will be a treat. Nashy, mate, thanks for dropping in. I think myself and I, if we get together with Jacob Hughes, me, myself and I, yeah, there we go. We already started on those issues. It's going to be too much of a long session, and it'll cost me too much.
Lord, we need to get help.
No, that's what I mean. It costs too much. There's not enough help out there. Oh, what's the 52 card? Oh, just dropping back.
Yeah, probably just searching for a little bit of a hole in traffic. He has got damage to the rear bumper though, so there is that. That's not going to help him a lot.
So you can drop below that yellow line.
Yeah, you can if you're dropping back. If that's all you do.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed to advance your position below the yellow line, but if you're dropping positions, that's totally fine. I mean, I don't care if you want to go to the back. You're more than welcome to go to the back. After watching the trucks this season, I think these guys are going to get promoted up to the Xfinity Series next season, or we go to Arca Menards, because Arca Menards, or we go to one of the short track cars. There's a few different options we've got for next season, but I don't think we'll be staying in the same cars.
Ooh, a bit of diversifying the ovals.
I think it's time. So the Arca Menards are effectively going down in class, but if we go to the Xfinity, that's moving up. But the Arca Menards and the Xfinity both drive somewhat similar. Just one has a lot more horsepower and doesn't drive so well on the shorter tracks, whereas the Arca Menards do drive a lot better on the short tracks. You can take it to the short tracks. So, a couple different options.
I'd be excited either way. Oh, a bit of bump drafting going on here. Oh, big wiggle from the right.
Oh, there we go. Wreck number 2. Did Pete Morris get through? If so, he might be the lucky dog. I think it was just poor timing from Nate Allen. Peter Morris and Michael Locke were competing for the lucky dog there.
Oh, big wiggle in the middle.
Skulls in two of them. I think what's happened there is he's got pushed at the exact same time as he got to the bumper of the car ahead. So he's being pushed and gets a push at the same time.
I'm bored with Jared Steen here to watch it unfold in front of us. Probably could have gone a little bit more further forwards. Is that riot on riot? We've had some riot on riot incident here.
So see how he's on Glenn McLeod's rear bumper and he's turning right at the same time. So he's had to lift off.
His teammates copped him in the rear, which has pushed him. Just dodged Matty Keen and then straight back into Norris.
Where is Hughesy? Where is Jacob Hughes? We need to get some insight from Jacob Hughes and what he thinks of that one.
Peter Morris made it through that one, but the poor guys behind, I think they've... Yep, there it is. The velocity is Nathan Allen. Oh, no, mate. Oh, dear. Unlucky, guys.
Cats will be disappointed with that.
Mate, I'm actually wondering if the Cats just jumped on his lap and sort of made him freak out a little bit. Maybe that's what happened.
Oh, poor Scalzi.
Sebastian Vandel, thanks for dropping in, mate. Appreciate it. He's dropped in with a big old let's go, Aiden and Pete. Good to see the teammates getting in here and supporting each other. And supporting us, of course. Oh, I just heard an engine blow.
That would probably be Scalzi. It would not surprise me if it was Scalzi.
He's in the pits, though. Unless he blew it in the pits. Unless... Hang on.
He might have. He might have, actually. That's where it started to go. Yeah, I think it did actually blow in the pits.
Yeah. Right.
How about
I
that?
did hear it. I did hear it.
Wow. There you go. How's that for timing?
I don't know if that was good timing, though. It was definitely how's that for timing. How many cats does Scalzi have again? It's like
7, I think we're up to.
We're up to 7, right. He keeps adding more?
Yep.
Or is he breeding them?
Who can you blame him? I want to add cats. I mean, well, actually, sorry, I want to add puppies. I don't want to add cats, but I will accept another animal.
I can imagine you adding more cats to the mix with the amount of issues you already have with your cats causing chaos on your rig.
Yes. Yes. Yep, look, next question. Is there a question? Can I get another question here? Hey, I tell you what, though. Michael Locke actually got the lucky dog there. Nathan Allen's gone to a lap down. I think he's actually now stuck in the pits. It might have been Allen's that we lost.
Boom.
Engine, yeah.
Oh, no. How many fast repairs we got this season, Scotty?
2.
2 per race.
He does have one more.
Get on that fast repair, Nathan. Get back out there. We ain't quitters. Well, you're not a quitter. I might be, because I definitely Alt F4'd out of that race today.
I was wondering if you did do that, but anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Now it got me out.
Oh, yeah. I Alt F4'd out of that race real fast. I was so not happy. Alright, I believe that we will be going green flag racing again.
Do we have to?
Wow. Unless we're putting on just a casual car show and just, you know, showing off the guys' lovely liveries and their team names. And,
As you can see, Glenn McLeod here is currently occupying the inside of that front row of cars. We won't say it's first place because that is to be decided by a panel of judges. Logos are plenty on that one. It is a Chevrolet.
Chevrolet, and I think we are going green again. Here
That
we
is
go.
How he puts the power down. That's what Chevrolet looks like with the foot to the floor. Nate Allen might actually be done. And Darren Robbs just signed up for the series. Good to see you, Robsy. Get out there, son. It's a shame you've missed tonight, unfortunately. But hey, we'll see you next round. Which is Iowa Speedway. So it'll be a short track, actually, for the next race.
Woohoo! Love me some short track racing. Oh, Matty Keane. Bit of bumping here.
Yeah, mate,
Like
that's
to
how you go
see
fast.
it. Like to see it. We've got the newcomer, Peter Jones, is actually up into third, so that's great to see.
I might settle down. I might go single file now for a little bit.
We're going to find out.
I would be looking to single file out, personally, at this point of the race. Just TBH.
TBH. For all you whippersnappers out there, that means to be honest.
Does it? I thought it meant to be hairy. But
Wow,
okay.
I've got that covered. Actually, I shaved my beard just recently. I don't have that big old thing happening, growing off my face anymore. It's quite a nice, refreshing feel, to be honest. Pete Grattan,
Oop,
that's a different livery than he had got a
Is
new
that
one.
is that a Chimera? A Chimera truck? It's like half and half.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I like those. Personally, I find them quite eye-catching. I really enjoy them.
Well, it just caught my eye.
Hey!
Good to see you out there, Pete. Keep at it, mate. Oh, is it a Movember? It's a Movember livery. Oh, that's fantastic.
We're only 20 days away from getting into that.
Yeah, gotta, you know, support it all year round. I feel like there's so many good causes out there that they're like, hey, have a day to support it and really push it. It's like, well, why? Why can't we do it all the time?
Yeah, why can't we just push them all the time? Whoa! Someone just got a mega wiggle on at the back of the pack, and you know what? It might have been Scalzi. I think he's trying to let the car in behind him by. I think it was Thomas Riley. But he coming into turn 4 then was just all kinds of sideways.
Scalzi and those cats again, jumping all over him while he's trying to race,
Ruddy
mate.
cats.
You need to cage them things up while you're trying to race, mate. Or at least leave them at the boat ramp until the race
Yeah, I'm
is
sure
done.
Hughesy wouldn't mind looking after them for you for a while. Jacob Hughes.
Yeah, get Hughesy to do it.
And another two mates. Far out. We are getting hot off the presses here tonight. Lots more entries coming through.
Yeah, good to see, good to see. Makes our podcast a little more interesting. We've got Pete Morris dropping down. Is he heading into the pits? He was below the yellow line then. Yeah, he's fallen right back. He's gone right back.
I think he's missed the pack. Yeah, he's dropped off the back end of the pack as well. So not only has he... I think the target was for him to dodge the pack and fall into line immediately behind them, and he's missed.
You know what it is? It's because he doesn't have super meter written on the back of his car anymore. That's what it
Might
is.
have something to do with it.
Yeah. Has everything to do with it. Pete's gonna cop this.
He's listening, and you know he's listening.
He's always listening.
What do we call him? Do we just call him the Sips?
No, he doesn't even get that anymore.
Racing's just sort of chilled out again for a little bit. Sorry for the lack of talking, ladies and gents. They have single filed out, haven't they?
Yeah, they very much have. Just like you were saying, we've got Matty Keane up front, followed by Peter Jones, Darren Parramatter, Jared Steen, Glenn McLeod, Thomas Riley, Aidan Schulz, Peter Gretton, Aidan Norris, Matty Scholes. And Michael Locke and Mr. Peter Morris are a lap down at the moment. Do you think being halfway through, any sort of strategy chicken might come to play here? You were saying that they're probably not going to burn tyres too hard, but fuel is going to be something that's going to need
Below the yellow line on the backstretch. No, the Matty Keane's trying to drop back. He doesn't want to lead, is what he's trying to do. Oh, but he only wanted to drop back one spot. Not too bad.
Once that draft...
Yeah, everyone's just chilled out. Stuff it. Oh, far out. We're past halfway.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 33 laps in, mate. 33 laps in.
I blinked. I literally blinked for 5 seconds. You look away for 5 seconds and these guys go past halfway. What are they doing?
They're racing, mate. They're racing. They're definitely not having a podcast. as she said, Catman might still be suffering from the work that he did at Bathurst in the spa with his mates.
I'm confused, and I don't know how to...
I'm not confused. It just sounds like he had a great weekend.
Does sound a bit like he had a good weekend.
I hope everybody had a great weekend.
Matty Keane is still trying to drop back.
Yes, yeah. Well, he's down into 5th now.
Yeah.
Wonder what his thoughts on that are. Randomly drag him in and see how he's...
Mess him up completely. You'll be like, podium. No, we're not there yet.
I told you about the iRacing not top 10 that I saw, right? Where they rang this guy mid-race to ask him how... They rang him on his personal phone to ask how he's going mid-race while they're watching the broadcast. He answers the phone and bins his car into the wall.
No, this is the first I'm hearing of this.
I'll have to find it. It was so good. So it was one of iRacing's not top 10 moments. And the commentators knew one of the guys racing. So yeah, they decided to ring his personal phone to see how he's doing. He answered it and binned it. So there you go, people. Don't use your phone and drive. It's a bad idea.
Hilarious. But yeah.
Single file racing is definitely
Less fun.
Oh, less fun, but it's stretched the field out now, hasn't it?
I think everyone's playing fuel saving. I would say no, not everyone can make it to the end. And Peter Jones is going out, and he's got control of the field, and that's all well and good. But I don't think he's going to make the end of the race, is the concern that everyone else has got.
I suppose in a track like this, 60 laps, mid-pack, or at least, within the top 5, but not leading for as much as possible, is a better position.
Nobody's pushing each other. If they were up and they were pushing, you could sit here and go, oh yeah, okay, that's easy. They're definitely trying to go as hard and as fast as they possibly can, but they're not doing that.
Interesting. See what their top speeds are hitting at. Yeah, look, they've dropped well below the 300 km/h marks now.
Yeah, there's no fighting for track position at all.
They've really dropped off the pace. Come on, guys, we like a bit of safe racing, don't get us wrong. But we also like some hard racing where you got to push each other to the finish.
I love this kind of racing, if I'm being honest, because to me, this is everyone trying to save as much gas as they physically can. And it's become a fuel save race. And I love fuel save races, mate. I love fuel strategy. Fuel strategy to me is some of the most fun racing you can possibly have. I actually would love if for a fun event one time, we gave everyone 10 litres of fuel, the same car, and said, see how far you can go. And that was the race. Because that would just be, it'd be something so unique and so off the wall.
I just heard that with a 10-second delay because I was listening to the stream, and that sounds like an awesome idea. I would be down on doing that.
It'd be even more interesting if we did it in an oval and people were like, all right, are we going to go for superior speed and go as far as we possibly can based upon speed, or are we going to go individually?
I'm going speed. If I can't make it to the end, I'm taking someone else out with me. No. I'm still learning about strategies in racing as I'm coming through rookies. I don't really have to do pit stops or change tyres or worry about fuel or anything like that. So it's going to be good to, when I finally get out of rookie and D class, especially ovals, to start learning about it.
It's starting to change.
Yeah, we're going back to...
Oh. Yeah, a few people have
Big
decided.
wiggle.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Everyone's
big
got a
wiggle.
pit. Everyone's got a pit, and somebody tried to get a pit lane and missed it. Somebody's going to cut through the grass. Somebody was holding somebody's hand out in the stands.
I think Matty Keane... Yeah, sorry about that. Matty Keane and Matty Scholes came together. They just came together.
Not everyone went to the pit lane. That's what the difference was.
No, there was a collision. They actually collided with each other and bounced.
Because Keane was trying to stay in the pack, and Scalzi was trying to head to pit road, and everyone sort of missed it. And now Matty Keane is in the lane, and there's a caution out as well.
So I wonder if that's from that.
Potentially.
We can go back.
Where's the cars on track? There's a few.
We can go back to this. So this is it here. Look. This is what I saw as everybody was trying to pit. There was a huge big wiggle from Matty Keane down the back. It looked like he'd gone down below the... Oh, it's the guy... The car's checking up in front.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said, yeah. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah, so the guys coming down for pits have checked up. Oh, Matty Keane's pulled out to move just to get out of the way and has taken Scalzi on a road trip.
Scalzi is a big fan of road trips. But how long was that run? It was a lap 24. So it was 16 laps.
Yeah, 16 laps.
Which means that they're going to be right on the limit of being able to make it home on this green flag run. That's not confirmed. Oh, that's even better. You know what? That is even better. I love it. I actually really love it.
What do you love, mate?
The fact that they can't make it home from here. That's even better.
Oh.
And the cars that just pit, that got back out and didn't lose a lap, will cycle to the lead.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, baby. Oh. This is going to be one of the most interesting motor races I think I've ever seen.
Interesting, you say?
Yes.
Oh.
Very interesting.
It has been interesting.
Unique as well.
Unique
Something.
New York.
Something's... All right, calm down.
No, it is definitely going to be interesting because the leaders that were leading are now not leading.
And the guys that pit on that lap have less fuel than the guys that just pit. I think, screw the track position, I'm pitting again.
You'd go for another pit.
I would. I 100% would. There is no reason to stay out.
Interesting.
Why would you bother? Why would you stay out? Why would you stay out here? If track position means nothing and fuel is far more important.
That's a very good question, one that I can't answer. Please don't ask me tough questions like that again.
Mate, that's why I'm a commentator, is because I ask the tough questions.
Thank you. So what does that make me if I can't answer?
Come on, who's going to dip? Who's going to dip? Who's coming into pit lane? Who's coming into pit lane? They're all coming in. Keeney's coming in.
Keen's in. Pete's in.
Peter Morris is in. Yep.
Schulz is in. Gredden's in.
So it was actually Michael Locke who triggered that caution. So it was another car that was not involved that triggered the caution.
Oh, okay.
Unless race control stuffed that one up. Which they may have. Yeah. They may be mistaking Michael Locke for Matty Keane.
Yeah, for Matty Keane. Yeah. Their liveries are very, very similar. I do have to say that. I don't have to say that, but I'm going to say that. But they do look very similar.
Unless, alternatively, the maximum fuel range is actually 20 laps, and the cars that were pitting on that lap were actually the first cars going, right, I know that I can make it from here, so we're just going to pit this time below, in which case everyone is then good on fuel, and that takes away a lot of the drama. So, stuff that. Stuff your drama. We're still going to have a dramatical race. You guys can go get stuffed.
I'm just helping Tyson, if he's watching, to tell the difference between the two cars.
One's got the 10 on it, one's got...
Michael Locke, Matty Keane. See, completely different cars. All right, waiver rounds are in full force.
Sheafy, you've missed tons, mate. You have missed it all. You know, the only reason Sheafy's not here is because he goes bowling on Monday night.
This is a request from Steven. Don't know why, but he wanted a chase cam. Oh! Someone's hit the back of Matty. Matty just got punted. That was a great view for that. Oh, back to single line racing again. Oh, what's going on? Tyler. He's got to maintain top of the league. Well, where are you, Tyler?
Oh, bowling. At bowling.
Oh, bowling. Yes, right. Well, I knew he did bowling.
Something funky's happened here, because everyone's gone green. There's a whole bunch of cars that aren't actually attached to the back of the pack. I don't quite understand.
Yeah, Matty Keane, Peter Gretton, Aiden Schulz. Did they miss the restart? Were they watching our podcast instead of watching the race?
Must have been.
They are really far off the back of the pack.
Are we under yellow again?
We are under yellow again.
What's happened? What is going on?
The only thing I can think of is on the restart, something happened with Matty Keane, and he'd been slammed into the back of by someone. We picked it up right as we went live. We need race control to reach out to us and let us know. iRacing playing games, mate. Oh yeah, that's true. This is these are manual safety yellow flags, aren't they, Scotty?
This one is.
Yeah, manual, so it can't be iRacing playing games.
I'm so confused. Oh well.
We just got a message, end of line car 10. Top 4. So Michael Locke has been EOL to... Yeah. Why? What's happened? What did we miss? I'm a little confused.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Anyway, that's race control's call. The drivers know that they can put in a ticket afterwards. Yeah, that's right, Tyler. We'll just continue the podcast. Interesting. Now it's definitely gotten interesting, Scott. Now I'm going to use that word myself.
Yep, interesting is the only way to call it. Yep.
14 laps to go.
Scalzi's no longer on the lead lap.
No, so Scalzi's, Locke, Peter Morris are all not on the lead lap. So this is interesting. Now, I tell you what, even though we've had a smaller field for the first 2 races so far, I've really enjoyed the racing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been interesting. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but it has been interesting. We asked for interesting racing. We've been given it. Here we go. Bunch it up for a restart, though. Here we go, green this time by. And there they go, it's gone green. 14 laps left to run here from Daytona. Who's going to start making moves? Jared Steen got a reasonable restart, but Thomas Riley wants a slot in that top lane. He's going to go trying to buy himself a ticket to the dance.
Ticket to the dance. I like that. What sort
Gets
of
himself
dance
going
is
in that
it?
top lane. And in fact, he's bought himself a ticket all the way to the front.
With only 13 laps left, is that a good choice at this point?
Well, they're going to try and sort itself out. Thomas Riley gets to the front to the inside. Matty Keane starting to push his way through. On the high side, takes Aiden Schultz to the front. Who's next? Who's going for the dance? Who's going to dance? Who's going to jab left? Who's going to jab right? Who's going to boogie?
I want to see some tap dancing, boys. Nathan Allen reckons the drivers are playing games. That's not very nice, mate. This is a sim. How dare you say that?
Funny man, Nathan Allen. A funny man. Funny looking, too.
Look, he's a Nathan. He's got to be... No, he's not funny looking. If he's a Nathan, he's good looking. Oh, they're back to double line racing again. They can't work out if they want a single line or run two.
Well, there's no more fuel conservation concerns. It's go time.
Now they're going to push it.
Yeah, so there's no reason to sit back and save fuel anymore, so they will go as fast and as hard as they possibly can. The whole remainder of the race. Time for holding back, it's done. Throw that in the bin.
Don't hold back. And we've had some great Oh, number 13 with a huge wiggle and he's falling back through the pack as I click the wrong button.
That's Peter Jones.
Wait, why do we have two number 13s? No, it was Pete.
Peter Jones. Peter Jones. Did we have a wiggle?
Pete Morris. It was Pete Morris that had a
Oh, it's
wiggle.
kind of the outside of Pete Morris.
That's the other Pete. That's Peter Gretton. We've got two 13s. He should have an 87. You've got me so confused.
Hey, it is getting...
Oh, toasty.
Oh, I see. Yep. And there is 14 laps left to run.
The movement from these cars at the moment have got me on edge. Nate Allen said, I'm in the sim. Don't make me laugh, you two. I'm still in pain. It's your fault for coming to the podcast. We didn't force you to do it.
Oh, here we go. Let's go on the way. They're all going to try and follow their way by. I believe it's Michael Locke. The pack catches at the inside line, has to check up. Nobody into the barrier. So we'll take it.
Yep, how amazing would it be if cars just flowed over? No, Shippy. We're not here to see that. Just get your fix, Varka, afterwards. We are here for serious professional league racing with a podcast included.
You're funny.
Tell you what, Thomas Riley has had a phenomenal race tonight, as well as the newcomer, Peter Jones. Thomas Riley is still trying to make moves right now. We're down to the final 9 laps.
Are we? I think we've got 11 left.
52. Oh,
Yes, they do.
my counter says 52 to 60.
I've got 49 of 60.
Your
Morris, that's why. That makes so much more sense. Peter Morris is 3 laps down, ladies and gentlemen. That covers off the difference.
That makes sense. Get on the same page, guys. This is anyone's race, apart from the 3 that are on the non-lead lap. But other than that, this is a 9-car shootout for the win here.
It is. It absolutely is.
Why am I feeling there's a storm of brewing?
Sorry, my bad.
What do you have for lunch?
Nachos.
Oh, mate.
It was good, but the storm is a brewing.
Did you have plenty of jalapenos on there?
It wasn't jalapenos, it was the beans, mate.
No, did you have jalapenos on your nachos?
I mean, yes.
Oh. You know what, if you ever come visit, I'm taking you to my local burrito bar. On Wednesday night, they do 25-cent hot wings, and you can get some seriously good hot sauce on them. There's about 5 different levels of hot sauce. 25 cents a wing? Feed my family for the next week. This is nose to tail racing, ladies and gentlemen, from first down to 8th, 9th. Everybody is
more than that. It's more than just nose to tail. It's nose to tail. It's head to head. It's intense.
Oh. Pete pushing the outside line now. He's got himself in a pretty good spot here. Oh no, he's a lap down. He's a car. He's a lap down. Thomas Riley's want to get around him, but yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have to give the spot away.
Right, does not have to give the spot away.
No, he doesn't have to give it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Oh man! If someone kept count of how many songs we've segued into tonight, I'm sure we're up to about 10 different songs. Look at this pack racing. The last 5 laps.
Everyone's just vying for a spot at the head of the queue. Everyone's like, I've got to go now. I've got to go now. I've got to go now. Now? How about now? I've got to go now.
Is this my time to go now? Should I maybe now?
Don't stop me now.
Oh, no. Oh, God. This is going to become a new thing, isn't it? How many songs can we segue?
Oh, Thomas Riley!
Trying to make a move, or he got a wiggle?
I've got good news for you, too, Jimmy. NASCAR overtime returns soon. We do have an allotment of NASCAR overtime here for you tonight. Your dreams have been answered.
Not yet, it hasn't.
No, well, they're going to try. And I think they're catching up to Matty Skulls.
Yep, we've got Matty Skulls. Nathan said that's why he retired, just couldn't keep going. Yeah, good on you, mate.
He's laughing too. Here we go! Round the lap traffic, they go to the high side of Scalzi. Now they'll try and wiggle down in front. McLeod got a little bit of a touch on. Now the pack starts to try and force itself out. Keeney's got no one to push him, and that means that Pete Morris gets to the lead of the field, and he gets a lap back. But the car on the inside line that leads that inside line is not eligible to win the race at this point in time. And Matty Skulls nearly lost the draft, but I think he's just barely in it. I think he is barely in it.
There he is right there. Might be getting a little whiff.
Oh, they drop below the yellow line.
Oh, this is going to be down to the wire. 3 laps to go.
Good news. Caution comes out now.
NASCAR overtime! I get so excited. Oh! Oh no!
Will that trigger it? Yeah,
I think
surely that's going to trigger it.
That was a huge commentator's curse. How does it happen every time?
No way! Jared Steen's from the same place I am?
After.
No way!
I actually worked out.
I actually have to go and ask him that. And I've just realised we've had Jared Steen here for so long, and I've just now realised that we have the same hometown. Are you kidding me? Where's Stephen Cass? I need to ask Steve.
Oh,
Because he'll be spotting for those guys.
Ah, big. So we have the Riot Sim getting caught up with Peter Gretton. Who was that? That was Hayden Norris getting caught up with Pete Gretton in the middle there. And that has just sent everyone flying. And Hayden Norris comes down and just clips Jared. Oh, no. And then a huge, big spin for Jared there.
How many green-white checkers? There'll be 2. There will be 2 attempts at a green-white checkered finish. And somebody will get their lap back, and I think Pete Morris might actually be the car that gets his lap back. And fun fact, he already just got one back. So Pete Morris will get 2 back at the same time. Potentially. Or Matty Skulls will get 1 back as well. Actually, no, sorry, Matty Skulls will get 1 back.
I was going to say, how do you get 2 back?
Well, so you're just past the pack at the moment of the caution, and you're the lead car eligible for Lucky Dog.
Ah, okay. I got
So you get 2 at once. I've done it once myself, only once.
I was going to say that it has to be relatively rare.
Yeah, it's relatively rare. Yeah, in what are we up to? 2 years, 2.5 years. It's happened to me once.
There's no sound on this camera.
Mate, I'm just excited to finish this race and go talk to Jared Steen and compare boat ramps.
Compare boat ramps?
Because there's a couple of really good boat ramps in Grafton, there is.
When did you get a boat ramp?
In
Oh,
Grafton.
you just mean public boat ramps. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in Grafton. Grafton, Ballina.
My dad's been listed in Ballina. Yeah.
I told you I used to play inline hockey in all those towns. I swear I told you that.
You didn't. No, you didn't. You've never told me that you played inline hockey, but that makes sense, which means you probably also would have played at Armadale.
Yes, I have played at Armadale.
That's where my wife learned to play roller derby.
Oh, nice.
So I've spent quite a few hours at that roller rink.
Yeah, I had a blast doing that when I was younger. I've still actually got my my stick from back then. It is now a lot shorter than it used to be.
Moving on.
You're a shocker. That's. It doesn't shrink with old age, mate. I can promise you that.
I think I'm older than you, aren't I?
I don't know. Are you?
How old? Well, I'm 30.
Oh, you're not
Just
older than me.
Okay, you're older than I am. Okay, cool.
Yeah, just a smidgen.
All right, what have I got? What have I got to look forward to?
Bones breaking easier. That's about the only thing I've suffered, honestly, since I turned 30, and within the 5 years after that happened, I've had some pretty serious injuries, and my whole life BMX riding, skateboarding, inline hockey, never any serious injuries. But as soon as I clicked 30, my buddy was like, "Hey, let's see what it feels like."
Okay, let's compare. So I've broken a foot, and I've compressed vertebrae racing motocross. I've broken, in the last 5 years, I've broken 3 fingers playing cricket. Before that, never had a cricket injury.
Damn. Yeah. Is that all after turning 30?
No, that was after turning 25, so...
See, I had a good run. Everyone used to tell me, man, you've had a good run.
You've had a good run.
Yep. Yeah, well, I sheared 3 of the 4 fingers on my left hand off at the knuckles. That was fun. I don't suggest anyone going and doing that. I do believe we will be getting...
We are formed up.
Yeah, the safety car will be coming in soon. I'd say this
We
lap...
can have a look. The lights are off on it. The lights are off on that safety car, which means it will be off this lap. And that's the bus stop which is going by. So we're down the backstretch. That's how you localize yourself at Daytona. Is there a dog leg on the straight that I'm looking at? Yes, it's the front stretch. Can I see the bus stop? Yes. backstretch. There you go. Track tips.
Hot tips with Scotty Rattlegun Rankin. No, track tips with Scotty Rattlegun Rankin. Oh, that's a new segment for our podcast.
That's it.
We just come up with new segments every week. All right, I was gonna say we've got Matty Keane. I always call him Keith. Glenn McLeod and Darren Palmer in the lead for the chance to win here, but no, we don't. We have all 8 cars on lead lap in contention for a win at round 2 at Daytona.
And we're going to go green straight away. So green flag in the air. That means 2 laps left to run if we don't see a yellow before we get back for the white. Once we see the white flag, a race will end at the next flag. If that's a yellow flag, she is all over. If it's a checkers, she is all over. Huge push from Aiden Schultz to the outside. Going to try and get Glenn McLeod to the lead. It would not surprise me to see Glenn McLeod drop down into the bottom lane. I would not want to let Aiden Schultz lead me back to the white flag. Sorry, I would not let Aiden Schultz push me back to the white flag. That makes me more terrified because I know that he's smart enough to steal that lead away.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
the bump.
there it is.
The bump. Glenn's held it. Wow. Wait, that was... Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, now we're 3 wide.
The movement in the cars are putting me on edge. I am on edge.
Different lanes. Matty Keane's thrown it away because he's trying to block both lanes at once. They've got the white flag. Next flag will end the race. Side drafting happening in the middle. They're looking to go 4 wide. Thomas Riley cuts to the bottom of the track. Gets down there. Schultz has got the lead. Clean bowled is Glenn McLeod. Field goal attempt denied. Schultz has got the lead. Here comes Palmer to the outside. Matty Keane, no support for him. Thomas Riley gets a run. Is he going to shove Matty Keane to the front? He's going to think about it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Final corner. Final lap. It's all on. There's 6 cars at the moment that can win it. You got to be in that front pack. Peter Morris is in the pink car. He's a lap down. Schultz comes up to block. We're on the front stretch. The run I think Matty King stole it.
What a finish!
Schultz gets it. Schultz gets the win. He wins 2 back-to-back, and Matty King will finish P2 by 6 1,000ths of a second.
That was the best NASCAR overtime finish I have seen from the SRW drivers. Oh, well done. Well done. I have been waiting 3 seasons to see cars sliding left, right, and center over the finish line. Wow, oh wow. Guys, if you think that was an amazing finish, I want you guys to absolutely drive that like button in, just like we saw our Glenn McLeod get driven with a field goal on the last corner. Wow, oh wow. That was phenomenal.
Can we get this replayed? This whole last lap? I think we're getting it.
Yeah, we are.
Steens up in the fence, and I think that's Peter Jones who gets bumped down in, and then Glenn McLeod's car just gets caught in the fence.
We will be doing a bit of slow-mo, a bit of fast-mo. The problem is they're all saying they're...
Bit of mo.
It's a bit of mo's.
Well, there's motion, left, right, and centre. Thomas Riley's got a shot to win this thing from where he is right here. And he opts to go with Matty King. And the push he gives Matty King is excellent. He shoves Matty King so hard through this corner.
That's great work too. It's like they're working with each other at this point. Where does it all come unstuck? The last corner. Oh, there was a bit of a bump on Aiden there.
There's an overlap. And that's what's deciding that.
Wow, oh wow.
Peter Jones tries to get sneaky and gets down the inside, and Darren wants to cover it off. Good luck freeze framing this. Good luck.
It's in quarter speed, so we could be... Oh!
You still had no chance.
What? I can't slow it down any faster either. What a finish.
Insane. Insane.
Whee! Why is it? Don't worry. Talking to myself. I just noticed something that shouldn't be doing that, but anyway. What a race, guys. What a race.
And that.
Look at the timings on that.
I said it was 6,000ths of a second. You didn't believe me, did you?
I was too busy taking in the awe of my favorite NASCAR overtime. I am going to be clipping that. I am going to clip that last lap, the last 2 laps, and send it in somewhere.
All right, we'll jump into interviews.
Pete. Night, mate. Thanks for joining us tonight, buddy.
Thomas Riley, that was a huge run you got down the backstretch on that last lap, and you opted to go for the support of Matty Keane. Do you think he should have gone for the win?
Look, it was more about confidence for me. I hadn't done that much super speedway stuff. I did a bit of Talladega last week in officials, but yeah, I just didn't quite know what to do. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to sit on the outside and we'll see what comes. I reckon, yeah, I'd probably not run in support. I probably could have gotten close to the win, but yeah, it was worth it. Definitely worth the run. And I mean, that finish was pretty spectacular, I suppose.
Yeah, well, that's what we're both
pretty
sitting here
spectacular. It's amazing.
I couldn't see much of it because I'm in VR, so I couldn't see much. I'm feeling a little bit sick after I went spinning 360 degrees. I don't know how many times, but yeah.
Mate, it's super speedway racing. It's always chaotic in the last couple of laps, and it gets better when you go for a green, white, checkered finish. You were starting a fair way back there on the initial jump. Was there a plan? Did you have any plans? Was there anything you were trying to do?
I was just gonna lick the stamp and send it. I had nothing else to go off. I started pitted a few laps earlier than everyone else before we had that caution sort of around lap 40. So I was in a bad spot with fuel. So I tried to do one run down the pit lane as soon as that last caution came out, and didn't add fuel. So I had to duck down again on the next time by. But yeah, I was just like, let's just see what happens. Let's just send it and go for it, I suppose. Otherwise, no plan.
The plan was make moves, lick stamps, send postage.
Yes.
My word, what a finish, though. What a finish.
I'm still
that was
speechless.
intense.
I'm still
Fantastic.
speechless. That was one of the best green, white checkers finishes I've seen for over 3 series. So, mate, well done, and thanks for joining our league. That was a phenomenal race. It looks like we got a lot of new drivers also coming on board, mate. So expect the field to get a little bit bigger. You excited to have more drivers on track?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 13 cars is a tiny little field, but it's certainly action packed for the whole time. I think I've got the most sweat I've got on in quite a while. Last week wasn't. I just got caught out with cautions last week at Gateway, but tonight I think the cautions sort of just fell my way, and was able to get the good run in the last 2 laps in that green white checker.
We're going to have to get some onboard shots, I think. Might have to do some clipping of that just to see everybody's different onboard as you came around that last corner to the finish line, because that was phenomenal. Appreciate the
Yeah,
hug.
I was right up. Yeah, I was right up underneath, right up on Keane, and I thought, geez, if I'm any closer, he's gonna start spinning. And then I just thought, you know what, let's just see if we can make it 3 wide. And I've just watched it back myself, and a little bit of contact with Schultze and Keane on that. I think it was Schultze and Keane on the main straight, and yeah, just as we come into the dog leg, I just got a little bit out of shape, but did enough to stay on for P3.
Yeah, well done, mate, and glad to have you back for round 2 at Daytona. It is now your turn to take the mic and shout out all the sponsors that keep you driving.
Yeah, well, I don't have many sponsors. Alpha Venturi, we're only sponsored at the moment by Impression Signs, a close business tied with one of our members. So shout out to Impression Signs for making us some awesome t-shirts and whatnot. And yeah, just want to shout out Matt Pignata, who was in the spotters room for me this evening, and all the other boys just giving us a good run.
Awesome, mate. Well, thanks for joining us again here in the comms box, and we look forward to seeing you on the track next week.
Sounds good, mate. Looking forward to it.
Have a good one,
Thanks,
buddy.
boys.
Well, that was P number 3 for Thomas Riley, who will kick off the podium celebrations here for us tonight. We'll move on to P number 2, and this one's always going to be exciting. What has Matt Keane got to say this week? What's the first words that he's going to say out of his mouth? Go.
My head's all tied up like a pretzel. I got a pretzel in my head.
And where is that from, Matty?
Good old Talladega Nights, mate.
Mate, I still have to get a copy of that downloaded
I
so I can
still
actually
can't
watch it.
believe you haven't watched
No, I know, and I've tried. I've tried looking for it so I can watch it legally, and I've now given up, and I'm now going to just download it. I mean, I would never do
Prime Video.
Yeah, I was going to say, can
Prime
someone
Video,
give
mate.
this guy their Prime account just so he can watch one movie?
I'm sending him the details
I
tonight.
honestly will give him
Actually-
mine as well. I've still got a spare login that he could use.
Well, yeah, that's convenient because my wife's about to re-sign up for Prime Video at the end of the month. I think when some new stuff launches that she really, really wants to watch. We sign up for things, we binge watch all that we want to watch, and then we cancel them again. That's how we work. Anyway, Maddie, I thought you had that for about a tenth of a second, and as it turns out, you missed it by 6/1000ths of a second.
Oh, I went with the darker paint scheme, so it's not as thick. I just didn't have enough paint layers on there to just pip him at the end. But no, it was a good finish. When I couldn't get the block in, when no one followed me at the start of the lap, I knew that as long as Aiden came back down, I could run the high line, and the high line is quicker off 4. But I just didn't have enough of a push from Tom. Probably needed to go a meter or two earlier.
You had the nose out. You actually did have the nose out, and it's because you got hit and the car kicked sideways that you lost it.
Oh, well, let's just completely blame Thomas then. No, he was a legend. He was a legend pushing me that last bit.
Well, that's what I was about to say. The only reason that you were even in it to that point was because of him. So, I mean, he could have abandoned you, but neither of you would have even been on the podium if that was the case. So, anyway, that one was interesting because there was a good phase in the middle of the race where it went fuel certain, and nobody wanted to lead.
Yes. It was getting close to the lap tank, but that's running in the train, one car back. So we were a bit tentative to be the leader. Say it's close for 22 laps if you lead, but you really don't want to run out of fuel coming to the last 200 meters of a super speedway. It's like putting a big parachute out the window.
That actually happened to Dylan DeBono in season 1. It did actually happen, and that did not end well. Anyway, mate, season's going well for you. This isn't too bad. This is 2 reasonable finishes. You've had pace. You've had a few turns of speed. What's going on over there in SLM Motorsports? What have you added to the water, and where can I source mine?
I just drink the toilet water, mate. It's got extra vitamins in it.
Okay. I'm no longer. I'm good. I don't want any. It's that's all yours, mate.
All right, Matty, time to give you sponsors. Get out of the comms box.
Quick! Somebody put the lid back down on the toilet before he starts lapping it up.
No. What a race.
There's no need in wasting, and because you wanted some, I had to share. So
I'm done. Get him out. SLM Motorsports has no sponsors at this point in time, but the amount of times that Matty Keane has been on the podium lately, get in contact with him if you want to get your sponsorship. Stick it all over that car that is just a mess of different colors. Some teenagers been allowed to rage against the machine, and that's what's been the result. of their hard work. Matty Keane, thank you very much once again for showing up tonight.
Thanks, boys. Thanks again for hosting, and yeah, it's really good. I'm
Get
really
out.
enjoying it.
Get
Thanks
out.
again, boys.
Get out. We're done. We're not done yet. Anyway, that's Matty Keane, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the number 38. Now, it's time to talk to the driver of the 52. Aiden Schultz, 2 weeks in a row. That's better than last season.
Yeah, it goes all right, mate. Yeah, what's going on here? I won a super speedway race. What's going on? Everyone else crashed.
I'm disappointed. Where was Pete Gretton? Where were you pushing him? You're supposed to push him to the win, mate.
Oh, mate, I was trying. But I don't know. It was a bit of fun. I don't really like super speedways, a little condensed field again tonight. But I tell you what, the racing was really good. It was pretty fun. The guys were doing a really good job, and I was saying to Pete afterwards, we jump in here to have a bit of fun and relax on a night after a long day at work, and that was a bit of fun, man. That was good.
It looked it, and it had a completely different tone to it. I think, for my mind, that's actually the perfect super speedway race. Why? Because it had 3 different phases to the race. And anytime you get phases in the super speedway race, that's always a good time. It's hard, let's go, let's get to the front, let's cycle our leaders phase right at the start. Then we cycled into a fuel save race. We were watching the maximum speeds of everyone around each lap. It fell off 15 k's an hour.
Yeah, I can say why that is, because people were just saving fuel, man. It was pedestrian.
Yeah.
That was not super speedway racing.
I like it. I like those sorts of races though, because that takes skill to go at that pace and save them out of. It's a different skill set anyway. And then we got back to the craziness there at the end, and then we still had a green white checkers. It's good. That's super speedway racing in a nutshell.
Well, mate, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what us drivers feel like. Did the people watching have fun? That's the main thing. Did you guys have fun?
Mate, I was watching and I had a blast.
Well, that's it, mate. As long as we all had fun and everyone had a spectacular time, that's all that matters. Cool. It was a great race, though. It was an absolutely great race. The only thing I can say, it was a little bit hard with the setup, though. Yeah, it was the open stow setup, which is really good. But it was hard when you got up into that draft, and from myself running a lot of open stuff lately, it's a different thing to navigate your brain around. So that's where I was relying on Pete a lot too, and saying, "Come on, Pete, let's go," because we could push really well. But
so you'd be happier. This is important notes actually for me. So this is what Aiden's actually trying to translate. He's actually giving me feedback on the setup now. Would you prefer for those of you at home who don't know, there's 2 different setups for some tracks. Daytona is one of those tracks. You can have an out-and-out fixed setup. They tend to be a lot tighter, and they'll wear a right front tire more. At a super speedway, doesn't matter all that much. But the one thing they do at Daytona is they do play around with the tape configuration and how the car actually handles in traffic. So there's 2 options. Normally, I go with the open setup. So you would prefer going back to the non-open setup for Daytona if we come back here in the future?
The difference is with the truck, man, is when you're doing fixed setups, regardless how you set it, we can't change it, right? So,
yeah.
So you can put whatever setup you want in it, but we can't change tape because it's fixed setup. So
no. Yeah. I know. It's more of like what I was saying is more the way that they configure the truck is based around different tape configurations within the iRacing setup.
100% it is, and especially when we come into super speedways, that's 100% more prevalent. Yeah, usually
you would prefer
if I was in open set trucks, I'd run 50% tape, which is full up the whole time, and we were running 15% tape tonight, and that's why you probably saw. You struggled with that bump drafting in the full bump draft because you'd sort of get up onto the back and you'd sort of hit that bubble and you couldn't really get there. But that also created a lot of safety as well, because when you get in that bump draft, you just got to hit them in the wrong spot, and next minute the whole cars are out of the race. So I think from a race perspective, well done, great job.
Okay, cool. And that's sort of the feedback that I'm looking on, what we're sort of looking at for next season, how we'll configure things and what will happen going forward and whatnot as well. So that's actually really, really critical feedback for me. So thanks a bunch for that, Aiden. In terms of things, next week we head to Iowa, second short track of the season.
Yep.
We've had 2 short tracks in a super speedway. Iowa's a tricky little one because it is actually one of the few short tracks where there's sort of tends to be multiple groups.
Yeah, well, we go off Gateway last week, and I like a short track, so I'm looking forward to round 3 and hopefully getting 3 from 3, to be honest. So Iowa looking good. Then we go into Bristol Dirt. I'm okay at Dirt. I'll be happy with a podium or a top 5, and then we go into my wheelhouse. So I tell you what, if they want to beat me, they want to get fast real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aiden Schultz, driver, the number 52, takes away his second win in 2 weeks. Aiden, the people who make it possible for Sky Point are...
Of
Sorry,
course,
Southern
Sky-
Stars. Wrong one. Sky
Nah,
Point's
that's all
the
right.
sister team.
Yeah, all the same, all the same. So, yeah, big shout out to all the boys at Southern Stars, Andy and Tom and all the guys. Sky Point, of course, Mish's XL Garage, Tiona Holiday Parks, everyone else that is on the car. Of course, a big shout out to you guys at SRW TV, jumping back to have a look at it. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a league. And of course, as I say, every time I'm interviewed, it was a smaller field tonight, but if it wasn't for the drivers, we wouldn't have anything. So thank you so much for the drivers to rocking out tonight. It was a heap of fun, and I can't wait for round 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aiden Schultz, your winner from the DSL Welding Services trucks for tonight. Thank you very much, Aiden.
Thank you, guys.
Well done, mate.
And that will conclude things here on your Monday Night Racing. Tomorrow night, we go slideways with your Dirt 360 Sprint Cars. All that action coming your way. Shibby, are you turning laps with a little bit of right-hand lock whilst you go left tomorrow night?
No, mate, I've dropped out of the sprint cars due to my wife having netball on a Tuesday night. So I picked up the TCR instead. But
Perfect.
I'm
We're
gonna
do practice tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna miss, mate. You know how much I love oval racing. I've got this drive for me at the moment, and I'm gonna mainly blame you for it. But oval racing is really becoming a big thing. I'm enjoying the sprint cars. I'm enjoying getting out in the street stocks, and I'm trying to push my way further up. So, you know, maybe one season I'll be able to get back out there and maybe throw it down on the oval or the dirt. But to now, we're going to kick off the TCR on Wednesday night. So stay tuned for that as well, guys. We got 8 series a week now, all live broadcast. It is a full schedule running Sunday to Friday, every night from about 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So if you're in Queensland, I'm sorry, but we have to start an hour earlier than everybody else, and it's just the way it is. And on that note, huge shout out to DSL Welding, our major sponsor for our series across the board. We could not be doing this without them. Go check them out if you need anything done. And Warren and Brown Tools for our round sponsor. They're absolute legends, and we were just down at Motor Classica. They invited us along into their booth, and it looks like the boys met a ton of awesome people, and got to spruik about what we do. And then, of course, we've got all our other sponsors on board: Toyo Sim, Racecraft, Melville Equipment, and the promo department. We can't do without them either. And this is Scotty Rattlegun. No, this is Nathan Shibby Howard and Scotty Rattlegun Rankin signing off on your Monday night broadcast. And we will see you again next week.